Whew. Wow, what a climb. Listen to that echo. Hello! That was crazy. My friends and I love adventures. One of the things we do for fun is hide a treasure box somewhere that's hard to find. Then we give each other clues on where we can go to look for it. My friends hid a treasure somewhere in this cave, and they gave me 2 clues to try and find it. The first clue was that the treasure is hidden wherever the echo is the greatest. Now, I've been looking all over this cave, but the echo's always been the same until now. Listen to that echo. Echo! I've had to use my ears to help me try and find this treasure. Actually, that reminds me of what Solomon said about wisdom. Wisdom is knowing and understanding what God says is good so that we can live the way He wants. Wisdom always starts with listening to God. God wants to give us wisdom. He made everything, and He knows what is right. He wants us to listen to Him. Once when I was a little boy, I was on a hike with my mom. I was walking along, looking at all the amazing flowers on the path, and I suddenly realized I didn't know where she was. I was super scared, and I called out to her, "Mom!" And she came right up and gave me a big hug. God wants us to call out for wisdom like that. Solomon said that we should look for wisdom like we are searching for a great treasure. Right now, I'm looking for a hidden treasure, and I'm going to keep looking and looking and looking until I find it. Knowing and doing what God says is a wonderful treasure. In fact, that's a better treasure than all the money in the whole world. We turn to God for wisdom and know that God will give it to us when we ask Him and when we need it. Do you remember King Solomon, who asked God for wisdom? Solomon wrote many wise sayings in the Bible. The book of Proverbs shares those wise sayings with us. The book of Proverbs says 2 times, in 2 different ways, that God helps and protects wise people who don't tell lies. My friends hid a treasure for me, and I've been searching for it really hard for hours. And I'm not going to stop until I find it. Let's see. They gave me 2 clues. The first one was the echo, and we found that. The second one was, look below the shining glow. What does that mean? Do you see a glow? Oh, that has to be it. Oh. Chocolate coins. What a tasty treasure. I'm glad God gives us wisdom, which is like a wonderful treasure. When we find God's wisdom, we'll know what is right and what is fair. Our hearts will be wise and filled with joy. And we'll know how God wants us to live. The people who refuse to listen to God and who refuse to learn from their mistakes, God calls those people foolish. But we don't have to be like them. We can ask God for wisdom and trust that He will give it to us because God gives wisdom when we need it.